Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel. Listening to Information Man. Please make sure to subscribe to his channel.
Get away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love.
Tell the truth.
I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about
Information is power.
Tell the truth.
Information is power. You are listening to Information
all that I
Man.
crave
Please
when
make
you're
sure to subscribe
away,
to
nights
his
are
channel.
sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my
Tell the truth.
brain wants you.
Information is power.
I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel
Tell the
like
truth.
home. Yeah,
Tell the
you
truth.
never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out of my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Information is
I just
power.
can't stop thinking about you. I just can't stop thinking about you. I just can't stop thinking about you. I just can't stop thinking about you.
What's up, everybody? Peace. Peace, everybody. I want to thank everybody for a big show yesterday, coming out and showing out and participating in the chat room, listening to the program that we did about the Black and Brown Coalition, or lack of there. Tonight, I'm not going to be on very long. I'm going to get to the point here. This story ran across my antennas, and I thought it was very important to talk about this because I have talked about men's health, black men's health in the past, and how important. And I will be doing another show for men around our health issues. I've done shows in the past to talk about some of the things that we deal with. I want to say thank you to Hakeem for the $5 super chat. Brother, thank you, Hakeem.
Thank you for the super chat.
I want to thank those that are in the chat room that have come through. Empress Queen, Last Call, I know there's a lot going on tonight. There are a lot of streams tonight that are probably more exciting than what I'm going to talk about tonight. And there's Halloween, and I don't really, it's not something that I celebrate, but, this is the time of the year before we go into Things Taken Day. And you know what I mean by Things Taken Day, the holiday seasons, as they call them. And this one is important for you black women, for black women out there who enjoy going to the hair salon or to the beauty shop, as we call it in the black community. Okay. And
tell the truth,
getting your hair curled or pressed, and you getting your hair relaxed, as they call it, or ironing combs or whatever they call it. Back in the day, you used to use ironing combs to straighten the hair out. And now they've got chemical or things to relax the hair. And I know there's some people who like to have their hair long and flowing and straight. In the black community, hair is a very important thing to women and men. It's not only something that makes you feel good, because if your hair is right, you feel good, you look good, you have a good attitude. But hair is a part of our culture. And I don't think there's any group of people in this country that are as galvanized around the issues of our hair and the way we wear our hair, whether we wear it natural. And we know that in this country, there's been pushback in terms of when black people wear their hair the natural way. And let's keep it real. That's really what forced black women, if you look at the historical context, that's what really forced black women to straighten their hair, because that's what was accepted in the workplace. So white women had the straight hair. I got to be honest. And black women were made to acquiesce to wearing their hair to be acceptable in the workplace, to be acceptable. They did not like the natural hair. And then we've had lawsuits that have been taken out when it comes to, even today, people being discriminated against for having their hair in cornrows, having their hair in locks. Don't say dreadlocks, because dreadlocks is a horrible word. It's called locks. So, and I think in California, we passed the first Crown Act law to make it prohibitive for anyone to discriminate against you for wearing your hair natural with locks and curls and cornrows and however you like it. I think New York followed suit with California, and they created a Crown Act as well. Now, once again, the ritual of going to the beauty shop on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, the ritual for both black women and black men is time immemorial. This has been going on all the way back to the very beginning. How many of you remember that scene in the Malcolm X movie that Spike Lee put together some years ago? He put a great production together with Denzel Washington. And remember, he was in the barber shop and they were giving him the kunk treatment with the lie to lay back, as my man Red Fox said, that my hair is fried and laid down to the side. And in that chair, they were like, hold on, because when they put that lie in their hair, it was burning. And Malcolm X, played by Denzel Washington, he was, we saw that scene in that movie. That all reminds us of our childhood. We've seen family members go through that process, a grueling process to straighten the hair, make the hair curly, what have you. Black people have had a lot of issues around our hair because we went from the afro, right, where we had this black pride about ourselves, and we feel some kind of way because historically we were made fun of in terms of our hair. And I'm going to tell you all out there, be happy to be nappy. Because I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, that the natural hairstyle may be coming into chic because there are some health problems. I'm going to have 2 videos that I'm going to show you tonight that will end and put an end to the crescendo of tonight's program. But let me read this to you. If you don't know about this, how many of you, even ladies in the chat room or even men, if you got a wife, you got a girlfriend, you might want to talk to her about this or tell her to watch this video. Ladies, if you haven't found out about this issue, then definitely listen up what I'm going to read to you and tell you and what you're going to hear on the video. Now, how many of you ladies out there were aware that uterine cancer, they've done studies on this that show that there could be some related cancer issues around uterine cancer as it relates to putting these chemical relaxers in your hair. And in the study, they have not been able to pinpoint it to the exact type of products that you're using that could potentially cause this problem. They're saying that, some of these chemicals have metals in it that could be dangerous to you. You might want to rethink straightening your hair. Now, this is a study that's gone on for a while. I'm going to read the data to you. I want you to take it in, keep an open mind, because I know there's people out there who do like to straighten their hair, and I'm not here to shame any ladies, any men out there. But I want to say, ladies, definitely listen to what I'm going to say. Really take this in and understand that I'm doing this because I care about Black women. I care about my people. Now, there may be people on YouTube who spend all their damn time talking about Black women like a dog. There may be people on YouTube who want to get involved in the gender war conversation, which is so boring, and we should be past that. That we should care about each other. So I'm doing this because I care about the health of Black women, and I want to make you all aware if you're not aware of this, or maybe add some more awareness to your plate. Because I do stuff about men's health, and I will be doing men's health related content to the guys out there. So let me begin. There was a study that found that Black women may be more affected due to higher use of chemical relaxers. Women who use chemical hair straightening products were at higher risk for uterine cancer compared to women who do not report using chemical straightening products. According to a new study found by the National Institute of Health, ladies and gentlemen, listen to me now.
Tell the truth.
The research found no association with uterine cancer for other hair products that women report using, mainly the hair straightening products. And I'm going to say again, they weren't able to pin it down to the particular products because they're continuing to do further study on this, including hair dyes. Now, this is what they do include. Products that women reported using, including hair dyes, bleaches, hair lightener, and perms. Now, there have been some association with breast cancer with certain hair or beauty products, ladies and gentlemen. I know the ladies in the chat room that are listening, you probably know all this stuff already. So this is nothing I'm telling you that's new. The study's data includes 33,497 United States women.
Tell the truth.
Ages 35 to 74 were the range in this study. Participating in the sister study, a study that was led by the National Institution of Environmental Health Science, ladies and gentlemen, environmental health science. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat room. I will shout people out when I get a chance, but this is important that I continue this. I think, ladies, that this may be another wake up call for us to possibly get away from these straightening chemicals. I don't want to alarm anybody because this study is still ongoing. So between the ages of 35 and 74, in this sister study and study that led to the National Institution of Environmental Health and Sciences, part of this was to seek to identify risk factors for breast cancer and other health conditions, ladies and gentlemen. The women were followed for almost 11 years. And during that time, 378 uterine cancer cases were diagnosed, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you no lies.
Tell the truth.
I tell you truth. The researchers found that women who reported frequent use of hair straightening products, defined as more than 4 times in a previous year, were more than twice as likely to go on to develop uterine cancer compared to those who did not use hair straightening products. Now, this is what they estimate. The study estimates that 1.64% of women who never used hair straightening products would go on to develop. Now, check this out. More than 1.64% of women who never used hair straightening would go on to develop uterine cancer by the age of 70. But frequent users, risk goes up. So there's still a risk for women to get this particular cancer, but it goes tremendously up by an extra 4%. 4.5%, said Dr. Alexandra White, PhD, head of the National Institution of Environmental Science. The Environment and Cancer Epidemiology group led authors on a new study. Doubling the rate is concerning. However, ladies and gentlemen, it's important to put all this information in context as they're saying here. Uterine cancer accounts for about 3% of all new cancer cases in our country, but is the most common cancer that you find in female reproductive systems, your reproductive systems. With 65,950 estimate new cases in this country in 2022. That's just this year, ladies and gentlemen, just this year.
Tell the truth.
Studies show that incident rates of uterine cancer have been rising in the United States. Now, maybe it's rising in the United States because we've got a poor diet and we are so inundated with all these chemicals in an environment with all sorts of toxins in the environment. And we know within the Black community that there's such a thing as environmental racism.
Tell the truth.
When I was in the Bay Area, some years back, the military, when they left Oakland, they wanted to give some land to the city of Oakland right after they had that earthquake, I believe, in 1989 in West Oakland. And they found out that the soil had all types of cancerous toxins in it. No wonder the military wanted to drop it off to Oakland. And therefore, Black people who made up the largest percentage of the city, and particularly in West Oakland, would be impacted by this environmental racism. Then in Richmond, California, where they have all these industrial plants and all the pollution going up in the air, they found that there was a high number of Black women getting cancer that were living in Richmond, California, in particular in an area where you had all these industrial plants and companies. They didn't give a damn. Environmental racism. They put all that stuff in our communities. If you live in that type of community. Uterine cancer accounts for 3% of all new cases, but is the most common cancer of the female reproductive system, with 65,950 estimate new case in 2022. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
Studies show that the incident rates of uterine cancer have been rising in the United States, particularly among Black women. When I start to get more preachy in my voice, I read better. When I start slowing down, it gets all choppy. Approximately 60% of the participants who reported using straighteners, ladies and gentlemen,
tell the truth,
in the previous year were self-identified as Black women. Just like this lovely Black woman that you see right here, ladies and gentlemen, just like you see right there.
Tell the truth.
Black women, according to the study published in the journal of the National Cancer Institute, although the study did not find that the relationship between straightening your hair, straightening use in uterine cancer incidence was different by race. They weren't able to determine that, but they were able to determine that they do find higher incidence in the use of by black women, depending. So any race of women, whether it be black women, Asian, whoever is straightening their hair and using chemicals to straighten their hair, no matter what race you are, you still would be at a high risk. Now, obviously, black people, we have a different texture of hair. There's some people who are already born with straight hair, so they wouldn't need to obviously put relaxer in their hair. So you can just do the math and look at who are the groups who are most likely to catch this condition based on who are the groups that are more likely to use these processing systems to straighten the hair, to perm the hair. Uterine cancer is related to the rare type of cancer. According to the study published in the Journal of National Cancer Institution, although the study did not find that the relationship between straighteners use and uterine cancer residence incidence was different by race. The adverse health effects may be greater in black women.
Tell the truth.
Due to higher use of straightening chemicals in the hair. I'm not doing this stream tonight to shame black women or women who straighten their hair to have a more kinkier style of hair. This is not about shaming anyone. This is about educating. This is about saying, hey, I care about my people. And all of you have been following my channel. You know that I've done shows where I've called out black men about our health. Hell, I've been on panels where I've called out black men and say, hey, black man, when was the last time you got your health checkup? I think it was Kevin Samuels, before he passed away, who made those intimate statements that black women are going to die alone. When in fact, no, it is black men who die alone, because black men, we die of higher cases of obesity, cancers, prostate cancer, heart attack, hypertension, all this stressful shit that we have to deal with living in America as black people, right? Black men have health disparities, and I've talked about that on this show. So this isn't about shaming anyone. This is about education, because information is power.
Information is power.
Because black women use hair straighteners or relaxing products more frequently and tend to initially use it at an earlier age. This is key, at an earlier age. So you might want to think too, ladies. I'm talking to the black women tonight because I have gotten on the brothers about their health too. I also have to be on top of my health as well. I'm talking about the sisters tonight. See how these sisters got their hair natural? That might be the best. I don't mean to tell anybody what they should do, but I'm telling you what you should do.
Tell the truth.
You see the natural hairstyles of these two sisters right here? This might be the best way for y'all to go. And I'm going to keep it real as a heterosexual man. Both of these women are attractive. That's why I picked these pictures, had these pictures in my system for quite some time. I find them both attractive. I find this sister here very attractive. The sister with the afro look, I find her attractive too. So sisters, y'all can still look good, even if y'all don't have your hair all straightened out and dyed out, because there has been some studies about the dyeing of hair. Now, believe it or not, there are black men who do like sisters with natural hair. There's some of us who don't like. I know you're not going to like what I'm going to say right now. I know you're not going to like what I'm going to say right now,
Tell the truth.
but I'm going to say it. There are some of us, sisters, who, as black men, that we don't really care for the weaves in your hair. We really don't. We really don't. I'm going to keep it real. There are black men who we don't care for the weaves and the fake hair. We actually want to feel your real hair. Whatever you got, short hair, long hair, whatever you're rocking, some of us do like you to rock it natural without the weaves. And then there's some brothers who do like the weaves. But see, this is bigger than how you look. I know hair is a black woman's crown. Hair is a woman's crown. And when you have your hair done and braided and long, whatever you want to do, have it flowing naturally, or if you have it relaxed, like I said before, it makes you feel good, look good. Hell, I can attest to this, and most of the brothers can attest to this, that when we go to the barbershop and get our hair, like for example, today I was going to go to the barbershop but couldn't make it. But guess what? When I go to the barbershop and get my hair cut, I feel like $1 million. It can make a man feel 10 feet tall when he's only 5 foot tall.
Tell the truth.
So I understand the importance of ladies liking to change their color, their style, things of that nature. But listen, as I read on here, I'm going to repeat this again. Because black women use hair straightening or relaxers products more frequently and tend to initially use it at a much earlier age than other race or ethnic groups, these findings may be even more relevant for you, black women.
Tell the truth.
And for the black man who's married, has a fiance, or you are in a relationship with a black woman that you really care about, you might want to let her see this video tonight, as I'm going to give you some video footage to back up everything that I said, so that you don't think that I'm just talking nonsense up here tonight. I know I don't have 100 people over here or 200 people over here. I know there's probably more exciting streams on tonight, but this one to me is more important because this is about health. These findings may be even more relevant for black women, young black people, according to Dr. Chung, PhD, an author of the new study and research, ladies and gentlemen, following the National Institution of Environmental Health and Science. Okay?
Tell the truth.
The epidemiology branch of this particular institution. The findings are consistent with prior studies that were showing straightening can increase the risk of hormones related cancer in women, related to cancer in women. So it isn't that it's just black women. Other women can get this if they're using any chemical. So like you may have women of other races who have kinky hair as well, or have curly hair, and they want to straighten that curly hair to straight. But I'm here to tell you that they could be at risk too. Now, right now, the findings is that it's about a 4% increase in risk. Now, you may say, well, that's a very small risk. But the question you got to ask yourself right now, ladies and gentlemen, they can't say to us right now, don't use this product because this is the product that's the red flag. That's dangerous right now because they're still doing further study on this. Researchers did not collect information on brands and ingredients in the hair products the women are using. That's a really big problem. However, in the paper, they noted that several chemicals that have been found in straightening, such as metals, could be contributing to the increased uterus cancer risks that have been observed through this study. Chemicals exposure from hair products, ladies and gentlemen, from hair products. Used especially to straighten your hair. And this is for men too that are out there trying to fry and lay their hair down to the side like Red Fox when he was young. Could be more concerning. It could be more concerning than other personal care products due to an increased absorption through the scalp. Remember when you all were a kid? I used to hate this. Remember when you were a kid and they used to put, I think the hot comb is probably the best way to go because they didn't have to put chemicals in your hair. But the only thing about the hot comb is you remember is that when your mama would, blow your afro out, I remember when I was a kid, my mom would plait my hair. Then she would blow my hair out with the hot comb. And that's how I got the afro. That's how a lot of us got the afro. But remember, if your mom or your family member or your aunt, if they got too close to your scalp with that hot comb, it'd be like, ah! No pain, no beauty. No pain. You can't get the ladies. I think the original hot comb made by Madam C.J. Walker, one of our first black female millionaire. I think the hot comb, I don't remember them having to put chemicals in your hair. Excuse me. You just put that hot comb through that hair and it was just a more stringent process because you like that hot heat getting in there. If it's done right. Chemical exposed from hair products used especially for straightening could be more concerning than other personal care products due to the increased absorption through the scalp, which may be burns and laceration caused by the straightening of your hair, getting lacerations and burns in your scalp, sisters, your scalps. So you got to say, maybe natural is the way to go. Maybe the natural look is the only way to go. I don't know, for your health. Damn, we're trying to keep up with the Joneses. Maybe this is the best way to go, ladies and gentlemen, is to go with this look here. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think, ladies. I mean, it's not my business as a man to tell you what you should be doing. I'm just simply laying out the data here. I like this look. That's natural. This sister here looks like she got her. I don't know. This sister here looks really good on here. I don't think she looks like she's got her hair kind of like, chemically straightened out. It got a little natural look to it. But I just want to give y'all something to think about tonight. Now, this is the first epidemiology study that examined the relationship between straightening your hair, straightening use, and uterine cancer. Excuse me there. This is the first study that examined the relationship between straightening your hair and uterine cancer, ladies and gentlemen, said Dr. White. More research is needed to confirm these findings in different populations to determine if hair products contribute to health disparities in uterine cancer and is to identify the specific chemicals that may be increasing the risk of cancer in women and particularly black women. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
So they're doing more research so that they can pin down the exact ingredients in some of the products that you may be using right now, or maybe you're not using. Right now, the team of people that's working for the National Institute of Environmental Science, the team is finding that that hair dye, listen to me, hair dye and straighteners may increase breast cancer and ovary cancer risk. Now, you probably have already known that hair dye The constant use of hair dye, increase in dye and increase in ovary cancer and risk. Puts you at a risk for potential cancers. This is all preliminary studies that they're coming out with. The National Institution of Environmental Health Science supports research to understand the effects of the environment on human health, and in part, ladies and gentlemen, the National Institute of Health. For more information, you can definitely check out the National Institution of Environmental Science to get more information on this. The National Institution of Health and Medical Research Agency includes 27 institutions, centers, and is a component. It is a component of the United States Department of Health and Human Services. Primary federal agencies conducting and supporting basic studies, clinical studies, research, investigating causes, treatment, and cures for both common and rare diseases. For more information, ladies and gentlemen, definitely check out the National Institute of Environmental Science if you want to get more in-depth information. Now, I gave you some in-depth information based off of their site. They are going to do more study to identify the particular products because they're very vague about the chemicals. They haven't pinpoint like this is the product that you should not use. Use this product, but stay away from this product. Now, let me show you the clips that I have so that you know that I'm not just making up stories here. So let's go here with this one. And here we go.
Out with a startling new study. Researchers finding women who use chemical hair straighteners may face a higher risk of developing uterine cancer. While that form of the disease is relatively rare, the study shows people who applied chemical straighteners more than 4 times a year faced a 4% risk compared to the 1.6% for those who did not use such treatments.
For women who were very frequent users, we saw that their risk of developing uterine cancer was about double compared to women who did not use those products.
The study tracked more than 33,000 women for almost 11 years. And while researchers did not find race or age had any impact on risk level, they do note the adverse health effects could be more consequential for Black women.
60% of the women who reported using straighteners or relaxers in the last year were Black women. So the burden of this exposure really falls to the population of Black women.
Despite a growing movement toward more natural hairstyles, many Black women say they still face discrimination for wearing their hair that way.
And even though I feel like online people will say, oh yeah, afros are beautiful, natural hair is beautiful, when you go into the workplace, you get side-eyed.
Chancellor Makanjuola says she straightened her hair
That's
for 2
facts.
decades.
Those are the risk factors that I now have to look out for because, again, this was something I have had put in my hair and repeatedly over time.
While it's not known what brands or chemicals are behind the raised cancer risk, researchers say straighteners could be riskier than other hair products because they can cause abrasions and burns on the scalp, possibly making it easier for dangerous ingredients to enter the body. This latest study isn't the first to claim chemical straighteners may be harmful to your health. The products have previously been linked to higher chances of breast and ovarian cancer. Now this new risk adding to a growing list of potential dangers.
So while the study did not look at specific ingredients, researchers say chemicals frequently found in straightening products like formaldehyde, metals, and parabens could play a role. And remember, experts say this study should be taken seriously, especially by frequent users, but it should not cause panic. The increased cancer risk is still small, according to the study, at 4%, but definitely we're going to see ongoing research.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Thanks.
All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody who did show up for this tonight. This show really was a wake-up call for the ladies out there who may not have been aware of this. Now, if you weren't aware of this particular study that I'm talking about, put a 7 in the chat room. Put a 7 if you were aware. Put a 2 if you weren't aware. Let me see what the numbers are tonight. I want to see how many of you were aware versus how many were not aware. I see we got BDG. We got BDBGP in the house. Peace to you. Last Call's in the house. Empress Goddess is in the house. Mike B's in the house. Golden Melanin's in the house. Put a 7 if you were aware of this particular form of uterine cancer as it relates to putting these relaxers and these straightening chemical products in your hair. And of course, they've said that there has been some relationship between some cancers and hair dyeing. So we've got Kitty G says 7. Last Call says 1. Yapo, make sure you get his book. He wasn't aware of this. Jill's Chocolate was aware of this. Face is in the house. Thank you for being here, my sister. She puts a 7. Maya Speaks. I'm going to be getting her on the show very soon. So there's some sisters in that chat room that are on top of their business. Keith, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Karen Johnson says no. Naturals in the house. Big Brother in Life says 1. Lions Den says 2. He did not know. Tasha S says 7. She was aware of this. And Keith Weston says is shouting out everybody. Peggy Roster, did you know? Did you not know? Keith says 7 that he did know. 7 is if you knew, and 2 is if you did not know. And it looks like everybody was aware. I appreciate you all coming over. We got Golden Melanin says hair is very spiritual. Yes, hair is very, 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 very spiritual.
Tell the truth.
You're correct. Now let me play one more video that will definitely bring it on home tonight about this issue. Very important. And here we go.
Of health showing Black women may be at a higher risk of uterine cancer due to the frequent use of certain hair straightening products. Data showed 1.6% of women who did not use certain straightening products developed uterine cancer by the age of 70. That number increased to 4% for women who frequently used hair straightening products. Kennedy Buck is working for you and spoke with local hairstylists and a doctor about how women should move forward with their hair.
For some Black women, hair is everything, and going to a salon can be part of a lifestyle. But hairstylists say sometimes beauty comes with a cost.
From back then, we see in the progression of women losing their hair from straightening. So yeah, it's very damaging. I remember back then, the first relaxer and stuff they create, it was so strong, you would have to shampoo one side before you do another. That's how strong it was. So over the years using it, of course, it's gonna do damage to our body.
Local hairstylists say they weren't surprised by the new study.
Well, it's been a study before, like 20-something years ago. I've had clients that had cancer. And around that time, like in the year 2000, they was linking it to hair color. And I've had a few clients
hair color, that's
that
right.
colored their hair frequently, and they got cancer.
Researchers could not identify the specific chemical leading to a higher chance of getting uterine cancer, but believe it can be found within straighteners.
You know, at this point,
she's a doctor.
Based upon the information we have, we can't necessarily tell women that chemically straightening your hair will definitely give you cancer of the uterus. But I do think it's possible that we suggest that you don't do it as often.
Dr. Ross says it's up to medical professionals to stay up to date on these types of studies.
It is something that I think providers, oncologists as myself, as well as even your general practitioners are going to have to keep in mind, that they're going to have to start being informed about these sorts of studies, because at some point someone will ask your opinion.
In the meantime, stylists we spoke with say more Black women should be embracing
How you doing, Beverly
natural
Palmas?
curls.
I think we just need to embrace our natural God.
Yes, embrace the natural.
We don't have to. I mean, if you want to change your look, get a wig and put it on. But cut the relaxer out. Period.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I think she gave good advice. She said, maybe wear a wig. I don't know. I'm not going to sit up here and tell. When I'm not a woman, so I can't tell women what to do. I'm simply providing the information, health related. Now, I know a lot of you in the chat room right now were aware of this, but I did this because you'd be surprised how many people, especially this younger generation, who may not be aware of this. I think Natural she put it too, that she wasn't aware. So this is why this is important. This is why I like to do what I do on this channel. I do different things. I don't do on this particular channel. I try to educate, make people aware. And even if you know this stuff already, it's good to have a refresher course, or at least be renewed about what's happening. So what I would like, especially all the ladies in the chat room and the men, do me the biggest favor, pass this video on to people in your family, other ladies that you know who may not be aware of this, or not. It's not even about my video. You educate ladies that you know already. Educate. It's not. I would love for you to share the video by all means, because sometimes people are captivated by visual stuff more than you just talking to them. But at the end of the day, we should just be talking to our people, period, whether we got a video to show them or not about these potential issues. The only thing that bothers me about this whole thing is that they haven't been able to pin it down to the type of products that we're using. So that's why I want to tell everybody to make sure that you keep tabs with checking in on the National Institute of Environmental Science to see where they go with further data to get to the point where we can identify that this is the product that you want to stay away from. These are the better products. Stay away from this particular product, or maybe need to take this chemical out of these products and take those red line those products off the market, off the shelves, and get those chemicals out of the product. I don't know, but I just wanted to share that with you all tonight. I appreciate you all out there listening. Whether it be Sister Face Face, it's good to see you here. Natural, good to see you here. Last call. Love to travel with Wave. Thank you. Share the video, particularly the ladies, because the ladies, our ladies are the ones that are straightening their hair and dyeing their hair and doing all the different things, the different styles. Doesn't mean that men don't do things to straighten and relax their hair either. So I think our people need to be aware of this. So I'm going to keep tabs on this study and see what else comes out of the wash, and whatever comes out of the wash, any new information, I'll report back to you all when I have the opportunity. So once again, I want to say thank you all in the chat room. Thank you for coming over and watching my live yesterday. Now, if any of you in the chat room didn't get a chance to watch the black and brown video that I was doing about the fact that the browning of America doesn't necessarily mean that racism is going to be gotten rid of, or that there's going to be some correlation between us and the Spanish-speaking population. I put lots of data, I packed that video with me and Ray Alexander with a lot of information that I think you're going to find very, very compelling. So if you haven't checked out that other video, please go check it out and share that video as well. Share this in your community tab, this video tonight, and in your social media. And particularly for the ladies, if you could drop this video, particularly in social media platforms where you have a lot of ladies, and because this is really speaking to black women in a lot of ways. And as well, you have some men out there that relax their hair too. So I just want to say thank you again in the chat room. Peggy Roster, Yalpo, Empress Goddess, Evolving with Ita. Thank you for coming over, my sister. Everybody who's come over, Miss Full Roller, haven't seen you here in a while, but I'm glad to see you in the chat room. I know that this type of video will bring out a lot of interest. And I think, Miss Fuller Roller, you wear a more natural style of, I think you, at one point in time, you had, or you still do, you had locks. And I'm going to be honest with you, ladies, again, there are those of us black men who do like a natural look on our women. It's not, some of us do like it. And some of us don't like weaves, and some do. So I'm not here to drag sisters and start talking all that type of nonsense. I'm just saying that there are black men who like a more natural look. A lot of the brothers that I've talked to, especially on here on YouTube and just off of the YouTube streets, they do like more natural type of look. There's some out there that do, and there's some that like all that other stuff. But hair is a very sensitive issue in the black community. It's a very sensitive issue and personal issue with black women as well as black men. It has always been our crown and shining glory. And it's a very sensitive issue. And I wanted to handle this with the utmost respect to the ladies out there. We got a book of Alpha Romney. What's going on, my brother? He says, keep up the thought-provoking content, brother. My baby girl is all natural and I love it. All right, let me put this on the board here. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for and make sure book of Alpha Romney, brother. I thank you for the super chat and everything like that. But make sure if you could take this video and share it with your daughter and have her share it with her friends, things of that nature, because I played, you probably weren't here, I don't know, when I played the audio clips of some of the news clips of going further into this situation. So what I did is I looked at the National Institute Environmental Science and read off some things from them, and then I backed it up with some news clips, studies about this whole thing. So definitely share it out, my dear brother. Thank you, as always, to the brothers out there. Check out the book of Alpha Romney. This brother is deep. He's thought-provoking, and he's always been a supporter of the channel, and I appreciate him.
Thank you for the super chat.
That's for you. So everybody, as I said, I wasn't going to make it a long stream tonight. You know, I normally go live on Sundays. I would have loved to have done this on a Sunday because I get a bigger crowd. I know what my channel is. My channel is built for the weekends. And but everybody, don't forget, I will be back on the Information Man Speaks podcast channel, be doing another video very soon this week. So don't forget about that. Don't sleep on that. And I think, my man gave me another super chat, $25 super chat. He said, I meant my lady, brother. Oh, your lady. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm sorry. Look, well, have your woman, I know she probably has female friends. Maybe she can pass this video on to her female friends who may or may not be aware. But if your woman likes to wear her hair natural, I wouldn't be surprised if she hangs out with other sisters that wear their hair natural. Who knows? But I think that's fantastic. And thank you again for that super chat. Let me put this back up here. And we got, who do we have here? I want to say Miss B and family. Thank you for being here. Stephen Gilmore, YouTube channel. I want y'all to check this brother out. I go over to his channel and he speaks a lot of wisdom. He is he's a brother with lots of wisdom, lots of experience. And just to listen to things that he says, he is fantastic. And he's been supporting this channel since day one. He discovered me and I discovered him, and many of you out there. So everybody, I think I need to get on out of here. I didn't want to make this a late all-nighter. And let me put this up here again. Brother gave me the 25 piece saying, I meant my lady, brother. I will share it. Thank you. So let me get on out of here. And once again, once I said, be on the lookout for the Information Man Speaks podcast. I will be tomorrow. I will be going live on Spreaker radio style on the Information Man Speaks podcast out of Spreaker tomorrow evening. When I come home, I'll be broadcasting and talking some more things about Kanye West. I was on today, man. There's a brother that I met. There's a bishop that I'm going to be connecting with and bringing him on the channel. He is fantastic. A really deep brother. But his name is slipping me right now. But you guys will find out about this brother that I'll be bringing on. But tomorrow I'll be doing some stuff on the radio style, and then I'll get back to the video version of my podcast on YouTube. Either Thursday or Friday night, I'll be dropping something over there as well. And then, of course, I'll be live on Sunday for the big show on Sunday. So you all have a great evening. And I thank you again. Be safe. Tell somebody that you love them, and definitely share the video. Thank you, everybody.
Tell the truth.
Peace.
Information is power.
Let me read this real quick. Golden Melanin says, read your ingredients. What you put in your hair and on your skin is the same as that you eat. Facts. You take it all internally, and it has some type of effect on you. Truth, 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 truth.
Information is power.
You're telling the truth. Thank you. Thank you for that. All right, everybody. Have a good night. Y'all take care. I appreciate you. Oh, we got wellness. Let me stop it. Let me give her a clap. Wellness with Fugo Mama. Thank you. Do me a favor. Share this video out with your friends, your female friends, and those that you care about. And I thank you. Now, another thing I got to do before I get out of here, as always, let's talk about this book right here. This is incredible right here. This book right here, you must get. This is a must. You have to get this book. This is the Yaupo Melanin, a novel. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth.
This is a novel by brother Yaupo, who's in the chat room right now. This is a fantastic fictional novel in which we're living in a apocalyptic world in which you cannot survive without melanin. If you don't have melanin, you will perish on this apocalyptic earth, in a place where white society was on top, but now black society is on top, and white society, to survive, they need melanin. They need synthetic melanin. They need pills. And brother Yaupo, the book you have to get like your life depends on it. Like your life depends on it.
Tell the truth.
Get it at Kindle. Get it at Barnes and Nobles. Get it at Amazon. Get it. And it's coming in audiobook near you. Get it. Yaupo, Melanin, a novel. Yes. Everybody take care. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.
All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make, it's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like, oh yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way.
Tell the truth.
You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. I just can't stop thinking about you. I just can't stop thinking about you. I just can't stop thinking
This
want
Power
you.
Man, please make sure to subscribe to his channel.